Hey Wildcats, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jesus.
And this is Wildcat TV.
Now it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance.
And the moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Students, you will need to bring your ID to sit down in the student section at the football game tonight. Please make sure you are prepared to show it to the assistant principals on duty at the game. You will not be able to sit in the student section of the stadium without your ID.
Seniors, Goldbeck Photography will be here next Monday, November 13th to take our senior panoramic picture. Please wear a purple shirt that day. We will call for all seniors at 10:20 that morning to come outside in front of the school for the photo.
And now, here's the skit. Enjoy!
What did you learn this week?
I learned that chem labs are hard.
Hey guys, we're gonna do a quick lightning round asking people what they learned this week.
I learned why there's fences around graveyards. Because people are dying to get in.
Oh no.
Oh, I learned how to actually read music. Thanks, Carter.
Interesting.
Learned about Roy G. Biv. Yeah. I learned that liver stinks in biology.
The new 93Q will be at today's pep rally. Be there for the awesome time by buying your ticket for $1 during annual lunch today. Remember to write your first and last name and the grade level to be eligible for prizes. Hello, this is Hell's Kitchen. This is Gordon Ramsay, and we are here for our first competition of the pizza maker. Here we have Jose Ascencio. So, Mr. Ascencio, how long have you been a cook?
Well, you know, I've had a total experience of 3 days, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this.
Where do you work?
I work at a fast food place. I've been working there for a total of 10 months.
All right, Jose. Where'd you go to culinary school?
Online.
I'm Gordon Ramsay, and I'm here with our other contestant, Daniel Josie. So, Daniel, how long have you been a chef?
Actually, I've never been a chef. I took 12 years of college on NASA. I came because my mom wanted me to stop eating out, and she said I needed to learn to cook, so I'm here.
All right. Anyway, where are you employed, Mr. Josie?
Well, after I dropped out of NASA, I just kind of went and I made TVs for a living.
What is this show?
Out of cardboard.
What experience do you have with cooking?
I think when I was 12, I made myself a glass of water once.
I need a new profession.
And now it's time for Kroll's Corner.
Hey, good Friday morning, Angleton High School, home of champions. What a beautiful day to be a Wildcat. Well, it's Friday. We made it to the end of a kind of a long week, guys. I don't know about you, but it felt like a long week for me. Hey, just to let you know, we have our last home football game here tonight, 7:30. We also have a girls basketball game here tonight, Lady Cats. So there's an opportunity for you to be out and be supportive of the Wildcats and what they do. Guys, there are great things happening on campus, and I hope that you're a part of them and not just hearing me talk about them. I mean, with our band and our choir, FFA, art club, culinary arts, audio visual, you guys just name it. There are wonderful things happening here, and I really hope that you're part of something that's going on at Angleton High School that's in a good way. So come out, support those guys tonight, and this is our last home football game, and then we'll start the playoffs next week, and as soon as I get some information on that, I'll pass that along to you. Hey, next week is kind of a different week for us. We do Monday and Tuesday regularly. Wednesday is an early release day, Thursday and Friday, and then we're off a week for Thanksgiving holidays, all right? So those are well-earned and well-deserved holidays coming up, but we got to make it through next week. Next week, all the same rules apply, okay? Just because it's the time right before a holiday doesn't mean that we're going to stop being, or that we're going to be lax on some things. So please make sure that you are meeting those expectations. Hey, I was walking through the parking lot earlier this week, and I noticed that there are quite a few of you who still don't have your parking permit. So I wouldn't be surprised if next week you started getting big orange stickers on your vehicles that say, hey, you're parked illegally. They probably won't say hey, but it'll be orange and it'll say you're parked illegally. So please make sure that you take care of that. Remember, it is a privilege to park at Angleton High School, and once someone gives you a privilege, you owe them a responsibility. I think we've said that before. You may have heard that, and I know that in Miss Mager's class, they use that phrase most of the time. Well, we come down to like the words of wisdom. And you know, most of the time I spend a lot of time preparing the words of wisdom, and I have some cool quote that goes along with it, or I have a video or something like that. But just for a little bit, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm just going to talk to you like a real person for a second. And here's what I'm seeing on campus. I'm seeing that we have quite a few folks that take care of their business, and I appreciate that. You're polite in the hallway. You use your manners, you have your IDs on for the most part, and I can live with that. But we have a part of our Wildcat society here that still think it's okay to be rude and disrespectful. They think it's okay to use language that's not appropriate for school. It may be appropriate at your house, it may be appropriate on the street somewhere, but it's not appropriate here. And then when you're redirected, you think it's appropriate to be rude and disrespectful. Well, it's not. You know, I spend a lot of time talking about manners, and I will tell you that you will get much further in life being polite than being rude and disrespectful. Now, I know that all the YouTube videos that are out there and everything that's shown on TV is someone being rude and disrespectful and how funny it is, or how many hits they get, or people trying to emulate that. But that's not how the real world is. It really isn't. And I'm afraid that the way that the adults are acting in our real world have kind of influenced the way that we want to act here at Angleton High School. And it's not appropriate. I mean, we can be adults, we can be polite and still disagree. You know, just because we disagree doesn't mean we have to be disagreeable. It's okay for us to have different ideas, and it's okay for us to, quote unquote, argue about things and our ideas, but it's not okay to be rude and disrespectful. You know, I go back to my time when I was a speech and debate coach, and I think about when you're doing a debate, you're attacking the idea and someone else's belief. And when I say attacking, I don't mean like, trying to tear it all apart and be ruthless. But I mean, you look at what they're saying and you try to pick apart the flaws in their beliefs or their ideas. But it's not about the person. We don't spend time talking about the person. And as a matter of fact, in the contest, if you ever directed your argument to the person, you automatically lost. Our job at Angleton High School is to teach you how to think for yourself, how to use your ideas, how to defend your ideas, but do it appropriately. You know, when you're rude and disrespectful, when you curse, when you drop the F-bomb on people, it doesn't make you look smart, it doesn't make you look cool, As a matter of fact, it makes you look like someone who can't find the words to back up their ideas and their meanings. Now, I understand the movies that we watch, the songs that we listen to, the literature that we read are full of all those things. I get that. And when I say we, I mean we. I listen to some of the same music you listen to. I watch some of the same movies that you watch. I read or have read some of the same things that you read or have read. I get it. But the part of being a mature person is being able to take those things in, separating what belongs to you and what you can do without, and defending your ideas and your beliefs. Some of you have done a nice job with that, and you're well on your way to being a mature, responsible Wildcat. Others of us have room for growth, or as we like to say, an opportunity to do better. Guys, I know it sounds like I'm rambling a little bit, but I want you to know, being rude and disrespectful, using curse words, dropping an F-bomb just because you can, doesn't make it right, doesn't make you look good. As a matter of fact, it hurts you a whole lot more than it helps you. My job is to make sure that when you leave here, people want to hire you. People want you to be part of their organization. People want you because they know that you're an Angleton Wildcat. They know that you've been trained right. They know you have the ability to intelligently defend your position without being rude and disrespectful, without dropping an F-bomb on people. Guys, I know it's difficult sometimes. And because you're doing the right thing, there are others around you that may make fun of you. But that's okay, because in the long run, you'll be way more successful than they will be. Something to think about anyway. Well, hey, it's the weekend. We finally made it. You know what's coming up. Not everybody's doing it. It's okay to say no. And don't let what sounds good for 15 minutes ruin the next 15 years. Have a great weekend.
That's all for this week.
See you guys later. Bye.